Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you a new Nancy Drew video. Today's video is brought to you by the patrons over at Mystique Manor and by all the official Fellow Detective channel members. If you too would like to support the channel and gain access to exclusive features, check out patreon.com/wizardkitten to become a patron, or click join next to the subscribe button to become an official Fellow Detective. Welcome to episode 6 of How to Solve All the Puzzles. This is a series where I create a video guide, game by game, of how to solve all of the puzzles in each Nancy Drew PC adventure. These videos only include puzzles that you must solve in order to progress in the game, including tips and tricks for solving the puzzles on your own, as well as final solutions. Game triggers and character discussions are not included. Timestamps for each puzzle are in the description down below. This video was created with the help of the Game Boomers walkthrough by Tally Ho. This walkthrough will be linked in the description box down below. Today's video covers how to solve all of the puzzles in Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. This is Nancy's 6th mystery, in which she is invited to intern at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C., a museum specializing in Maya history. What seems like a normal internship quickly turns into a crime when a carving of King Pakal is stolen, a mysterious scarlet handprint left in its wake. Can Nancy solve the mystery of the precious stolen artifact? Today I will be playing on Senior Detective, as the final solutions for the games are the same. You may receive more tips on Junior Detective than you would on Senior Detective. One of the chores on Nancy's list is to reassemble the broken pot. Find the pot in the lab and then find the 2 missing pieces. One is in the box in the shipping room, and the other is on the top level of the pyramid in the bowls. This is a classic 3D jigsaw puzzle that works best when you start from the bottom and move up, like so.
That's done!
Now you can check Reassemble the Broken Pot off your to-do list. Once you've gotten Sunny's notes and a pair of headphones, you're ready to tackle the audio recordings. Look at Sunny's notes. To see that a letter is assigned to each location within the museum that has an audio recording. It helps to write down the letters A through O in your handy-dandy detective notebook. Then, proceed through the museum and listen to each audio recording, making a note of what you hear.
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers. Here is an example of the numbers from 0 to 19, from top left to bottom right. Notice how some numbers are represented with bars and dots, and some are represented with pictures.
You'll notice as you're moving through the exhibits that some of the recordings do not match their location. For example, this location is supposed to be about the ham radio, but it's actually about the Maya numbering system. Note that this location, location A, is incorrect.
Although the geographic range of Maya cities is well known, it is difficult to determine the range of Maya influence. Some experts believe the Maya may have traveled as far south as the Amazon and as far north as North America.
You'll also note, however, that some of the recordings are correct, like this one. The range of the Maya is the exhibit description, and it is also the audio recording. So this audio recording does not need to be changed. As you move through the museum, you'll find that only 5 of the recordings do not match their locations. Once you have gone through the museum, you'll notice that the recordings at A, C, D, G, and J are all incorrect. This is where your notes will come in handy. Go to the shipping room and look at the audio recording board. Note that the recordings are all assigned numbers. A is currently assigned the wrong number, which is why the recording is incorrect. A is supposed to be about the ham radio, so flip through the recordings until you hear one describing ham radios.
Although the geographic range of Maya cities is well known, it is difficult to determine the range of
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world. Ham radios are often the only means of contacting the outside world. HAM is an acronym for Handheld Amateur Radio.
Ah, here it is, recording number 5. Now let's fix the other 4 incorrect recordings. Starting with C. C is supposed to be about bicephalic monsters. Listen for the correct recording.
Although the geographic range of Maya cities,
The Maya used different methods to represent.
Maya scribes recorded the official.
In addition to adorning themselves with jewelry and
The Maya ball game was a religious act.
ritualized bloodletting was a
The 4 miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent. The date on this slab uses the
strange supernatural creatures, sometimes called monsters, played an important role in Maya mythology. These monsters were often associated with the earth, caves, or mountains. The bicephalic monster, sometimes called the celestial or cosmic monster, may have represented the sunrise or a long journey.
The correct recording for C is number 14. Now let's fix D. D is supposed to be about the Maya number system. Listen for the correct recording.
The Maya kings were often in a protracted.
I am Lord Pakal. Lady Zach Cook ruled. The Maya were pantheistic.
Ceramic bowls such as the archaeologists work in some of the most.
Although the geographic range of Maya
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers. Here is an example of the numbers from 0 to 19, from top left to bottom right. Notice how some numbers are represented with bars and dots, and some are represented with pictures.
The correct recording for D is number 7. Now let's fix G. G is supposed to be about body shaping. Listen for the correct recording.
The 4 miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent.
Ritualized bloodletting was a.
The Maya ball game was a religious activity.
In addition to adorning themselves with jewelry and costumes, the Maya shaped their bodies to heighten their beauty. Beads were dangled in front of infants' faces to encourage crossed eyes, a trait considered attractive to the Maya.
The correct recording for G is number 9. Finally, J is supposed to be about King Pakal. Listen for the correct recording.
The Maya ball game was a religious.
Ritualized bloodletting.
The 4 miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent
that looks
are
like
the
it's in
headband
order.
twins.
The correct recording for J is number 13. Once all of the recordings are correct, Nancy will let you know, and you have completed the audio recording puzzle. To complete the number exhibit puzzle, you'll need Sunny's floppy disk and the 2 missing number pieces. The floppy disk is found in the box in the shipping room. 1 number piece is found in the Maya influence exhibit in the museum. And the other is found in the garden on the bicephalic monster exhibit. Once you have the required pieces, go to Nancy's hotel and look at Sunny's disk on her computer. To access Sunny's disk, you'll need a password. But the game gives you a hint. Where have we seen this symbol before? I feel like some... What is Sunny's favorite candy? Why, Cocoa Kringles, of course. In one of the folders on Sunny's disk, he has detailed descriptions of the numbers. Note, according to Sunny's notes, that numbers can be represented by dots and bars, where each dot equals 1 and each bar equals 5, or they can be represented by a head. Note all of Sunny's descriptions, and then you're ready to complete the numbering puzzle. 0 is the turtle shell with no lines or dots. 1 has 1 dot. 2 is the plain head. 3 is the doctor head. 4 has 4 dots. 5 has 1 bar. 6 is the head with an eye patch. 7 has 1 bar and 2 dots. 8 has 1 bar and 3 dots. 9 is the head with a beard and acne. 10 has 2 bars. 11 has 2 bars and 1 dot. 12 has 2 bars and 2 dots. 13 is the head with a T. 14 has 2 bars and 4 dots.
That looks right.
15 has 3 bars, 16 has 3 bars and 1 dot, 17 has 3 bars and 2 dots, 18 has 3 bars and 3 dots, and 19 is the head with acne and a removable jaw. Nancy will let you know when the number puzzle looks right, and then you can complete it on your to-do list. When you first get to turn on the ham radio, a tube will blow.
The radio tube went out.
Thankfully, there's another ham radio in the museum that we can borrow from. Remove the old tube and go get the new tube from the exhibit.
It's locked.
Using the key from Joanna's desk. Replace the tube. And now you're ready to use the ham radio to get another piece of the Pakal carving. Turn on the ham radio and tune into frequency 2050. According to Henrik's notes from the desk drawer.
Atención, 8, 3, 2, 7, 1, 2.
A voice will transmit 5 numbers to you in Spanish. 8, 3, 2, 7, 1. 8, 3, 2, 7, 1. The instructions require you to take the last 3 numbers, 271, and attach a 0, 2710. Then add up all 5 digits from the original transmission. 8 plus 3 plus 2 plus 7 plus 1 equals 21, and add 21 to 2710. Our final frequency is therefore 2, 7, 3, 1.
Transmítalo ahora.
Transmit it now. From here, you need to remember the Nahuatl word for snake that Alejandro told us, Coatl. Then transmit it in Morse code as such. Message understood, transmit it now. You are now allowed to send your message leche, which will send the package to you. Transmit it in Morse code as such.
Mensaje recibido. Entregaremos el paquete lo más pronto posible. Cambio y fuera.
Message received. We will send the package as soon as possible. Over and out. The package is now on its way. To open the jade puzzle box, remember that the Maya believed that crossed eyes were beautiful and highly prized. Change all the eyes so that they cross to open the box. The answers to almost all of the pyramid quiz questions can be found throughout the museum. If you ever get stuck, go through each exhibit and be sure to read the descriptions. You will eventually find the answers that you need. In case you want to skip that step, here are the answers to each of the questions. On the Level 1 quiz, Pakal ruled over which city in present-day Mexico? Palenque. What is the name of Pakal's mother? Lady Zak, cook. What is the name of the calendar used to compute the 260-day ceremonial year? Tzolk'in. What is the name of the supreme god in Maya mythology? Itzamna. What is the name of a modern Maya language? There are multiple answers to this one, but I prefer Ixil. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the Temple's Level 1 quiz. The Buell game is a combination of luck and strategy. You thankfully get to control when both you and the computer move, so use this to your advantage. Try to get yourself close to the computer, but not close enough that he could capture you on his next turn. You can take 2 turns and so can the computer, or you can choose to pass if you think you're getting too close. If you've been paying attention, then you've seen lots of glyphs throughout the museum. To solve this puzzle on your own, draw each of the glyphs and explore the museum to find their corresponding meanings. If you'd like to skip this part, the answers are as follows. The key to the ball game is simply trial and error until you find the right combinations of power and angle. If you've been struggling for a while, the solution is high, 4 for the first position, mid, 3 for the second position, mid 5 for the third position, and low 6 for the final position. To access the maze game, remember the login and password that Sunny June uses. SJune Space Baby. This is a standard maze. Find your way from the beginning to the end. Want to make it easier? Tap M on your keyboard to get a map. For the Level 2 quiz, what is the name of one of Shield Jaguar's wives? Lady Zoc. Which Maya monster represents the continuous cycle of life of death? Bicephalic monster. What did the Maya call a decorative woven blouse? A hupil. What is a kahal? A prominent local nobleman. What is the name of a Maya matchmaker? Sunny notes that you can't find the answer to this in the museum. You can only get this last answer from Henrik's zip disk, which you can unlock with the password from his notes in the hospital. In case you missed that, the password is stone, but you still have to look at the notes in order to get it to work. The answer to the question is Atan Zahab. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the Temple Level 2 quiz. The calendar puzzle challenges you to set the calendar to 12 Kaban. Even if you don't know what Kaban looks like, you do know what 12 looks like from the number puzzle before. Turn the number to the symbol with 2 bars and 2 dots to set it to 12. Then rotate the other symbols until it lands on whichever one is Kaban. Aha! Just like the Glyph puzzle, if you've been paying attention, then you've learned an awful lot about Maya gods and goddesses and their respective domains. To solve this puzzle on your own, write down the names of the gods and goddesses and explore the museum exhibits to find their associations. If you'd like to skip this step, the answers are Zabalanque, jaguar, Kukulkan, wind, Yum Kimmel, death, Ekahau, traveler, Ixchel, moon, Balak, war, Tlalak, rain, Ahaukin, sun, and Yum Cox, corn. For the Level 3 quiz, we have the question, what animal did Lord Pakal fear the most? Henrik wrote a note, Sunny, remove this at once. Henrik will eventually give you the answer to this question in conversation with him. Sunny programmed this question because he's afraid of the Kawatamundi, which is the answer to the question. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the Temple Level 3 quiz. To open the monolith, you'll need to complete the jade carving key and the Tzolk'in calendar stones. Throughout the game, you've been collecting keys through phone calls and exploration. If you are missing keys, then you probably haven't talked to everyone. Exhaust all possible phone calls and character conversations, including those with Henry Daddle and Poppy Dada, Prudence Rutherford, Sheila at Chaco Canyon Cultural Center, and the smugglers via the ham radio. Sometimes you need to leave the museum and return before the packages will be delivered. Joanna will reveal the location of another carving when she's back from being suspended, and Henrik will reveal the location of the stolen Pakal carving when his memory has been fully restored. This will allow you to have 6 keys, enough to make a cube. Assemble them at the same station where you fixed that broken pot way back at the beginning of the game.
Now I have the key!
Take your completed key and pick up the Tzolk'in stones along the way. You'll find them in one of the museum exhibits. Use the key from Joanna's desk and carry the stones. Be careful, they're heavy.
Wow, these are heavy! I'm not sure I can hold on to these stones for very much longer. I've got to put these things down. Looks like this side is missing a part.
The Tzolk'in stones must be set to the date that Pakal ascended the throne, which can be found in the museum exhibits. In case you missed it, the date you need is 6 Lamat. Change the inner dial to 6, 1 bar and 1 dot. Then turn the symbols on the outside until they land on Lamat. Victory! Now rotate the Pakal carving key until the correct side is inserted into each revealed key hole. This will finally open up the monolith.
Nothing happened. Interesting. This should be the last step. I wonder what's inside.
This concludes all of the puzzles in Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. If you really enjoyed this video or found it particularly helpful, please consider hitting that like button or tipping me for the video with a super thanks next to the download button right beneath the video. If you would like to come join a fantastic group of fellow detectives at Mystique Manor as a patron for the channel, gain access to exclusive content, and support the making of more content like this, please check out patreon.com/wizardkitten. I also have channel memberships with exclusive badges and emojis to use during streams and in the comments section. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming an official fellow detective, click join next to the subscribe button. Please feel free to follow the channel on Instagram or Discord, linked in the description box down below. And as always, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Nancy Drew and Sims 4 content. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.